But you're surviving it.
The mother sees perfectly in it. She's evolved for it. Playing hide and seek was something that wrote the rule book, except the rules are all about how many ways she can break you. And no, following CPS is not an option. But at least
Chad, no, I'm
you know what you're dealing with.
Hey, this right here. One to the dome. She's gone, nigga.
Once you see her,
I'm surviving it. Y'all can't even tell me. Because you seen, she ran about in the game, do shit. She screamed like that with a flashlight in that face. If my Glock had a flash on that bitch and seen that, she would have been done. Movie was 5 minutes. All right. Not even 5 minutes. All right. Horror movie monsters, you have zero chance of surviving. That niggas never met me. You feel me? Who are you to tell me I don't got more than a good 50% chance of surviving, nigga? I know it's above zero. Promise you that.
You know what's funny about horror movies? Everyone always says, I would have survived that. I would have just done this instead. I've spent years of my life analyzing horror movies, and I found 10 monsters that you absolutely would not survive, no matter how smart you think that you are. And the most dangerous one, it's not even what you're thinking. It's not the biggest, it's not the strongest, but it's the one that has 100% kill rate. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why.
The last nigga looked kind of complex. He might have some sort of hack I can't get past.
This particular monster makes survival completely impossible. Look, I already know that you're thinking, not me, I'm built different. Don't be that guy that hits the like and subscribe button and then comments it in the comments. Everyone did that on my last video. Trust me, I've seen thousands of horror movies, and I'm about to show you why these monsters, they're built different.
All right, show me, nigga.
Let's start with something that seems simple. The pale lady from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Kind of a baddie. You're probably thinking, oh great, another slow walking ghost lady. Just run the other way. I mean, that's horror 101, right? See spooky thing, run away from spooky thing. But here's the thing. The pale lady doesn't play by your rules. She doesn't need to chase you because she's already everywhere you're gonna run. Think about it. She literally controls the space around you. Every hallway leads back to her. Every door opens to her. Every turn brings you face to face with that cute smile. The very fabric of reality becomes her weapon. Just break through a wall, you say? Well, good luck with that when she's warping reality itself. This isn't your standard.
But can't she stop a prayer though? Get the fuck out my face with that bullshit.
Standard ghost that you can outsmart with salt circles or ancient prayers.
God got me.
Do magic shit. The pale lady turns the very concept of escape against you. You can't fight what you can't comprehend, and she operates on a level that makes your basic understanding of space and time completely useless. What makes her truly terrifying isn't just her appearance though that smile will haunt your nightmares. And that figure. It's the absolute certainty of your encounter. She doesn't just kill you. She makes you walk right into her arms like a warm, embracing hug, and then you get absorbed into her, which is kind of weird. It's literally
that crazy, Daba. That's kind of calm, actually.
She doesn't rush, doesn't run. She doesn't even need to. That slow, inevitable approach is psychological warfare at its finest. Your brain has time to process exactly what's about to happen, but can't do anything about it. It's like having sleep paralysis, except you're wide awake and your legs are working just fine. They're just taking you exactly where she wants you to go. Sure, you could try cardio, maybe train for a marathon.
But she had to be beat though, right?
Yada, yada, but when reality itself is working against you, your Fitbit stats aren't gonna save you. The pale lady isn't just a monster. It's a reminder that sometimes the scariest thing isn't what's chasing you. It's the realization that you were never in control to begin with. She doesn't just kill you, she makes you understand
I'll find a way.
Step that escape was never an option. But if you think being trapped in an endless corridor with your ex is bad, wait until you see what our next monster does to the concept of reality itself. Speaking of reality bending horrors, let's talk about the Rituals monster. You know, that massive antlered forest god that's basically what would happen if Norse mythology had a nightmare. Actually, scratch that. I was writing that in my script. I looked up Norse mythology. It's all a nightmare anyways.
What the fuck is that? Wait.
Before you say, just stay out of the woods. Good luck with that when the thing can literally get inside your head and make you walk right into the forest. Think about every survival skill you've learned from watching horror movies. Running, this thing owns the entire forest. Every tree, every shadow, Every path is its playground.
Nigga look like a
Hiding,
dick.
it can make you see whatever it wants you to see. Your perfect hiding spot probably doesn't even exist. Fighting back? Dude, come on. Try throwing hands with an ancient deity that's been collecting sacrifices since before your ancestors figured out how to make fire. But what if I just... No, stop right there. This isn't your typical woodland critter that you can just outsmart with some clever traps or avoid with a GPS. This thing doesn't just hunt you physically. It psychologically dismantles you piece by piece. It reaches into your mind, pulls out your deepest traumas, and uses them as bait. Imagine trying to escape while constantly reliving your worst memories and traumas. I literally have a
I'm not that much. I don't got that much trauma in me, so that's not gonna work. I don't got really that much worse memories, so that's not gonna work. So half the nigga artillery's out the fucking window now. Let's be real. I'm surviving that.
They're beating me up because I didn't give them my sandwich. You'd be unable
That
to trust if what
come
you're
on, bro.
seeing is real or just
No, I'm
another
straight.
Your own mind becomes a maze you can't escape from. But that's not even the worst part, because let's talk about its followers. Because nothing says you're absolutely screwed quite like an ancient cult that's been keeping this thing fed for centuries.
What the
These people
fuck?
turn survival into a religion. And guess what? You're not the survivor in their story. You're the sacrifice.
Shit.
They've got home field advantage, generations of experience, and the backing of a literal Forest Norse god.
But are they stopping at Gen 5 with a switch? They don't look bulletproof, man. Y'all niggas trying to fuck a nigga head up. It's not gonna work.
Weekend camping trips, and that one time you went
I don't even go out into the wilderness. I'm straight. I'm surviving.
hiking, that's like
I wouldn't be there in the
water
first place.
crystal to nuclear warfare. But the worst part, this monster doesn't just want to end you.
Damn.
It wants to break you. It wants you to understand your place in the food chain. You're not just dealing with some mindless beast. You're up against something that's been perfecting the art of horror since before humans invented writing. It's patient, it's intelligent, and it knows exactly how to make you lose your mind before it takes your life. So unless you've got a degree in Norse mythology, the survival skills of Bear Grylls, and the mental fortitude of a Buddhist monk, you're not making it out of those woods.
Some might
And
say
even if
I
you had
do.
all that, you'd just be a more entertaining sacrifice.
Type
But at least
shit.
with the ritual monster, you can see what's coming for you. Our next creature, it's what happens when evolution has a mental breakdown. And trust me, you're not ready for this one. Let's talk about the monsters from the void and why your brain would probably break before they even got to your body.
That looks
If you've
crazy, I'm
seen
not gonna
body
lie.
horror before, these Lovecraftian nightmares make the thing look like a kid's puppet show. And no, that's not an exaggeration. These things literally reshape reality like it's Play-Doh. Just shoot them. I hear you typing in your comments. With what? Your human weapons against creatures that literally don't operate.
What
under
the
laws
fuck
of
is
physics.
that?
These things
What the fuck is that, bro? That nigga look like he could kill me. Look like he can though. Can, so you feel me? That's not certain.
aren't just from another dimension. They're walking middle fingers to reality itself. Your bullets might as well be spitballs against beings that can turn your intestines into tentacles and your skin into a doorway to hell. And trust me, that's not even the worst thing they can do to you. And then let's talk about the cult that worships them. Because apparently these cosmic horrors come with their own fan club of humans who
Why
have
the
completely
fuck?
lost their mind. But
They
here's
always
the
got a
truly
cult,
terrifying
bro.
part. The cultists aren't crazy. They've just seen enough to understand how insignificant we really are. When you're face to face with something that makes reality its plaything, madness starts looking pretty reasonable. The cultists aren't the real monsters here. They're just a preview of what's coming. The real nightmare isn't just what these creatures can do to your body. It's what they can do to your understanding of existence. Every rule you thought you knew about how the world works, gone. The laws of physics, more like suggestions. Your own body, just clay for them to reshape into their own twisted art project. And they get quite creative.
Chat. I understand when I'm beat. You feel me? I'm gonna throw up a 10% chance I survive. A 10% chance, if he just feels like, you know what, this guy, but he's just a chill guy. Wait. He's just a chill guy who doesn't deserve our torture. He just wandered over here. Let's let him go. That's the only way I'm surviving that shit. You feel me? Other than that, I might be cooked.
Picasso on acid with the power to remake flesh. Sure, You might think you're tough. Maybe you've got maybe you're a survival expert. Maybe you've got a really big frying pan. But what's your contingency plan for when your own arm decides to grow eyes and start speaking in 7 different tongues? What's the survival strategy for when the wall behind you suddenly becomes alive and hungry? There's no survival guide for dealing with entities that treat our dimension like a personal playground.
Was that Parasite? Bro, that's the enemy. I'm surviving it.
Properly. These things keep you conscious enough to experience every moment of your transformation. You don't get the mercy of losing your mind. You stay aware as reality itself turns against you. They want you to understand exactly what's happening as they unmake everything you thought was real, but is cosmically.
You know, they could have fucked around getting superpowers or some shit, but they're such fucking dickheads that they turned that nigga into fucking cancer cells.
Terrifying as the void creatures
they could have just get this super. Like, look at this shit.
Monsters. Our next nightmare, it wears a human face, and that might be the scariest part of all, because sometimes the worst monsters are the ones that could have been human. So speaking of monsters wearing human faces, let's talk about the mother from Barbarian. And before you say, oh, it's just a mutant in a basement, let me explain why this creature is a masterclass and why you're absolutely fucked. If you thought your mom was overbearing, buckle up. This takes helicopter parenting to a whole new underground level. Think you'll just avoid the basement? Ha! That's cute. The mother has turned an entire network of underground tunnels into her playground. We're talking about a labyrinth that would make the Minotaur jealous, except instead of one monster, you've got something that combines superhuman strength with the most twisted version of maternal instinct you've ever.
Like you said, she's just a mutant. You feel me? She's just this is regular. Hey, bro, a bullet killing her. You can't tell me it's not. I seen bare flesh. She's just actually strong. She took the super soldier serum. Captain America ain't bulletproof. Neither is this bitch. All right, I'm surviving this one.
Ever seen. Your therapist is not going to be able to help you with these mommy issues, but I'd just fight back. Yeah, good luck with that. The mother isn't just strong. She's generations of inbreeding and survival distilled into pure nightmare fuel. You know how mama bears are terrifying when protecting their cubs? Now imagine that strength amplified by decades of underground evolution mixed with human intelligence and completely unrestrained by any moral compass. This isn't the kind of mother you can just send to a nursing home when she's getting too crazy. Here's what makes the mother truly terrifying. She doesn't just want to kill you. Sometimes she wants to care for you. And trust me, that's a lot worse. Imagine being protected by something that thinks crushing your bones is a form of love.
Okay, never mind.
Useless because everything you normally do to escape just makes her more determined to help you. Talk about attachment issues. And you thought your mom trying to add you on Snapchat was bad. Sure, you might be thinking, I'm pretty good at navigating dark places. Maybe you've got some spelunking experience, but I promise you, your weekend cave exploring hasn't prepared you for a tunnel system where every wrong turn leads to a creature that can snap you like a twig while trying to nurse you. This
Why the fuck you even go down there? You
bonding experience they write cards about, let's just say.
But you're surviving it.
The mother sees perfectly in it. She's evolved for it. You're stumbling around with your phone flashlight that's about to die. She knows every inch of those tunnels, every hiding spot, every dead end. It's like playing hide and seek with something that wrote the rule book, except the rules are all about how many ways she can break you. And no, following CPS is not an option. But at least you know what you're dealing with.
Hey, this right here. One to the dome, she's gone, nigga. Like,
once you see her, next monster.
Yes, I'm surviving it. Y'all can't even tell me because you seen she ran up on the game do shit. She screamed like that with a flashlight in that face. If my Glock had a flash on that bitch and seen that, she would have been done. Movie was 5 minutes. All right, not even 5 minutes.
Think, because it might be living inside someone you know, and they don't even know it yet. Let's talk about Gabriel from Malignant, and why this parasitic twin makes your sibling rivalries look like
this might be.
Think your brother stealing your Xbox controller was bad? Try having a literal monster living in the back of your head who can steal control of your entire body. And I mean that literally. This thing is the ultimate backseat driver from hell. Just fight back. Oh, you sweet child. How exactly do you plan to fight something that's basically hijacked your body's admin privileges? Gabriel isn't just some gamer with an attitude. He's a parasitic twin who turns your body into a murder puppet with superhuman strength. We're talking backwards running at sprint.
See, look, this is why I don't understand some people. You seen that ain't just killed a little nigga. I'm sorry. Some people just gotta understand some niggas gotta be put the fuck down.
speeds, spine-breaking
that's
acrobatics,
just terrible
and the kind of
delivery.
flexibility that would make a contortionist say, nah, I'm good. Imagine being forced to do parkour against your will. 1 minute, you're chilling on your couch, scrolling some TikTok. The next, you're running backwards faster than Usain Bolt while your spine's doing interpretive dancing. Not exactly the kind of core workout you were planning, huh? Your Fitbit would have an absolute meltdown trying to track this. But here's what makes Gabriel truly terrifying. He's always there, just waiting. You can't block his number, you can't ghost him, and you definitely can't get a restraining order. It's like having the world's worst roommate, except they live in your skull and can take over your Netflix account and your entire body whenever they want. And trust me, Gabriel's watch list is nothing but horrible snuff films. And let's talk about his fighting style. This isn't your standard throw a punch, dodge a kick kind of fight. Gabriel turns your body into a human Swiss Army knife of horror. And you think you're tough because you did a few MMA classes or you decided to pick.
But like I said, Chad, a bullet is killing that nigga. Killing them. Plural. You feel me? There are 2 niggas. But they're dying.
Up boxing because you like Logan Paul or something. Try fighting someone who can fold themselves into a human origami murder man.
That nigga he just don't have aim. All right, let's be real here. 0 chance of surviving this. Let's chat. Comment down below. Let's keep it a whole band. This nigga has no supernatural powers. He's just controlling her and doing backflips. He had a pistol. Automatic's fucking this nigga up. All right, let's keep it a buck. 1 head tap and this bitch is done.
Machine. This isn't street fighting. This is street fighting directed by David Cronenberg on bath salts. The scariest part, you wouldn't even know if you had your own Gabriel until it was too late. Maybe that weird headache isn't just from your energy drink addiction. Maybe those strange urges to just do backflips randomly isn't from watching too many Olympics. Maybe that voice in your head isn't just intrusive thoughts. That's something to think about, isn't it? But at least Gabriel only takes over 1 body at a time. Our next monsters, they're what happens when the entire upper class decides that being rich isn't enough. They want to be predators too. And trust me, eating the rich takes on a whole new meaning in this movie, because we gotta talk about the 1%, the socialites from society. Get your jokes out already. I know what you're gonna say. This has nothing to do with the Joker. These monsters prove that eat the rich works both ways. You think wealth inequality is bad now? These trust fund babies don't just want your money. They want to literally turn you into their next juice cleanse. And I'm not even talking metaphorically here. Just avoid rich people. Yeah, because that's totally possible in late stage capitalism. These aren't just your standard Instagram influencers flaunting their sugar daddy's credit card. These are shape-shifting elites who've been running the world's longest running dinner party. Imagine if the entire cast of Desperate Housewives could melt into flesh-eating blobs and absorb you for nutrients. Sorry for that mental image, by the way.
This might be a Diddy party.
What makes the socialites truly terrifying is how they've turned the whole system
into
a personal kitchen. They don't just have money, they have influence, connections, and enough power to make you disappear faster than your ex's text messages after they break up with you. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a billionaire actually face consequences for anything? Now you know why. They were too busy having their critics for breakfast, literally.
But look though, all in all, are they surviving an atomic bomb? Let's be real. It's not hard to get a hand on it, get a hold of it. You feel me? You're saying I have 0 chance of survival, but you're not giving me scenarios where I could survive. There's no 0 chance. There's always a probability here. What if I just happen to have an atomic bomb on me and blow the bitch up? Radiation, impact, force, physics, nigga, atoms, A equals MC squared on some shit. They're dying. Who knows? Who knows? I feel like I have a slim 40% chance of surviving.
Safe because you shop at Target, 40%. Gucci. But these monsters have turned social climbing the ladder into an all-you-can-eat buffet. That LinkedIn connection request from the CEO, that's not a networking opportunity. That's a dinner reservation. And spoiler alert, you're not the job. You are the job. And the position is the roasted turkey on Thanksgiving. Let's talk about their feeding process. They call it shunting. Remember that scene in your high school biology class that makes you queasy? These people don't just eat you. They turn you into human fondue at their twisted country club adult fun time parties, if you catch my drift. Your credit card debt might be sucking you dry. At least it's not literally turning you into upper class soup. The worst part, they've been doing this since before your great grandpa was a twinkle in someone's eye. Every market crash, every housing crisis, Every time your rent went up, that wasn't just the invisible hand of the market. That was the socialites getting the munchies. They're not just eating you, they're digesting the entire socioeconomic ladder, one tax bracket at a time.
Okay.
But at least the socialites, you can try to stay poor and off their radar. Our next monsters, they don't care about your bank account. They just care about whether you can keep quiet. And spoiler alert, you definitely can't. Now let's talk about the monsters from A Quiet Place.
Shit, y'all know my voice deep enough. They won't probably even hear my octaves, you feel me? I'm surviving a cool 99.95. It's 20%, you feel me?
While your loud self wouldn't last 5 minutes
Who's
in
loud?
their world.
Come
As
on.
someone with Tourette's, let me tell you, I'd be the first one to go. These
That's
things
you,
can hear
not me.
Blink too loud from a mile away. And I'm over here yelling random noises like, like it's my job. I remember as a kid, I'd be trying to sit quietly in class and I just couldn't do it.
I feel like that's a you problem, nigga. I don't even like talking half the time. I got this, bro.
Make any sense to me. Why can I not just be silent? And then I become an adult and I realize, oh, that's why. But for me, it'd be game over before it even starts. I wouldn't make it past 3 years.
That literally, that part is crazy.
Subtitles. And I'm literally a human noise machine. These creatures don't just hear well. They've turned the entire planet into one giant game of Deadly Simon Says. Except the only rule is shut up or die. Anytime I would do something, it would basically be a dinner bell for these things. Come and get your free meal, now with sound effects. Let's break down why we're all absolutely screwed. First off, do you have any idea how many involuntary sounds your body makes? Sneezing, coughing, stomach growling, and that's just normal people. Me, I'm like a one-man band of random noises. Got allergies? Dead. Sleep apnea? Dead. Random urge to shout pickle in the middle of hiding? Dead.
That's you.
Farting in your sleep? Dead. Sure, you might think you could adapt. Maybe you know some sign language, maybe you're good at being stealthy, but let me ask you this. Have you ever tried to step on a Lego in complete silence?
I have,
in this world, that would be the difference between life and death. And don't even get me started on trying to use the bathroom quietly. That's a whole new level of performance anxiety that I am not used to. Like, imagine you gotta poop really, really bad, but you gotta do it silently.
That's not hard, just catch the poop mid-fold. You feel me? Like, before it hits the water, you get like a big clump of toilet paper. Drop that bitch down and make sure it hits the toilet paper before it both feel me that sound, you feel me? Yeah, he's not thinking strategically.
Staying quiet. It's staying quiet forever. Every single movement has to be planned. Every step calculated. Imagine trying to cook dinner without making a sound. Or better yet, imagine trying to tell someone you love them without making a noise. Maybe that's why no one's ever told me that they love me. Now imagine trying to do that for the rest of your life. These monsters would basically have all of our locations on speed dial. And let's talk about those hunting speeds. These things move faster than my mom when I accidentally swear in front of my grandma. By the time you've realized you've made a sound, they're already there and their face is doing that origami thing that, you know what, we don't even have to go there. But at least with these creatures, you know exactly what attracts them. Our next monster, it doesn't just hunt you. It makes you relive your worst memories while it does it. And trust me, this one's gonna make you wish you were just dealing with super hearing monsters.
Yeah, I'm surviving Quiet Place though.
From Annihilation. And why this
what the fuck is that?
Picnic basket thief. You think regular bears are
It's
scary?
not a bear, nigga. That's a demon.
This one's got a built-in Bluetooth
nigga, that's a demon.
Playing nothing but death screams. And not just random screams. We're talking about your friend's last moments on repeat like the world's most traumatizing TikTok sound. Just climb a tree. My brother in Christ, you are not that guy. Have you seen a regular bear climb? They're basically furry.
When the fuck did they unlock this skill tree? When the fuck did this unlock in their skill tree? I've never seen a nigga do that.
Rockets with claws. Now imagine one that's been dunked in alien juice and can perfectly mimic your bestie's cry for help. This isn't your average forest creature. It's what happens when Mother Nature watches too many psychological thrillers and decides to get a bit experimental. Let's break this down. Normal bears can already smell your fear from a mile away and bench press your car for fun. This one, it's got all that plus a PhD in psychological warfare. Picture this.
Though. Is he bulletproof?
You hear your friend screaming.
Like, I'm not seeing this nigga.
It's actually a mutant bear doing its best impression. That's not hunting. That's therapy-inducing trauma.
I wouldn't be in the woods either. So
you might think you're ready because you've watched every Bear Grylls episodes. Make yourself look big, make noise, play dead. Cool plan. Except this bear's already got a whole playlist of the greatest hits from its previous victims. It's literally like a karaoke box, and it just picks out the most disturbing sounds it can think of. The worst part isn't even that it'll kill kill you. It's that it'll make you famous for all the wrong reasons. This thing is basically running nature's most twisted podcast, and you're about to become the next episode. Your final moments, just another sample in its mixtape. Except this mixtape is not fire, it's deadly. And let's talk about how beautiful this thing looks. This isn't your average chunky boy who's gotten into too many honeypots. This bear looks like someone described a grizzly to an AI that was only trained in heavy metal album covers and bad acid.
That looks crazy.
That's what happens when evolution
That nigga
says,
look crazy.
you know what would make bears worse? Everything. But at least the bear keeps its horror on solid ground. Our next monster, it turns the sky
No, I'm surviving that
into a
shit.
death trap. And trust me, after this, you're never gonna trust a cloud again. Let's talk.
Cause he's not fast in the
Jacket.
car though, you feel me?
Nope.
He's
You think
not.
UFOs are scary?
What the
This thing
fuck is
makes
that?
alien abduction look like a Spirit Airlines flight. And that's saying something. Imagine a cosmic predator that turns the entire sky into its personal DoorDash radius. And you're not the delivery driver. You're the meal. Just stay indoors.
What the fuck was the
God,
plot?
this thing can literally disguise itself as a cloud. Yeah, that cute little bunny-shaped cloud you've pointed out to your girlfriend could have been a giant space jellyfish waiting to slurp you up like the last bit of boba in your tea. There goes your entire childhood of cloud watching. Thanks, trauma. Let's break down why you're absolutely done for. This isn't your standard History Channel UFO trying to probe you for science. Jean Jacket is what happens when evolution looks at a jellyfish and thinks, you know what would make this worse? If it could fly and eat entire crowds the size of Coachella. It doesn't just eat you, it puts you through its cosmic washing machine on the wrong spin cycle while making it rain blood like the world's most metal weather system. Sure, you might think you're safe because you've got a roof over your head, but this thing EMPs all your electronics faster than your mom shutting off the Wi-Fi at night. No phones, no cameras, no tweeting your last moments.
I might be cooked here. I might, just a little bit.
Die. You get to experience being trapped in its giant alien stomach with everyone else it caught, like the worst music festival mosh pit ever. Except instead of crowd surfing, you're just surfing through other people's remains. It's basically a cosmic water park where every slide ends in digestion. The scariest part, it's patient. This thing will just chill there, waiting to turn your backyard barbecue into its personal Uber Eats order, planning an outdoor birthday party. That's not rain that's about to ruin your cake. That's Jean Jacket deciding your whole party looks like an appetizer sampler. But at least with Jean Jacket,
just
you can
greedy.
see it coming, even if it's pretending to be a cute little cloud sheep.
Just
Our final
greedy.
monster, it's already in your head because it is your head. And after this one, you'll never want to open your mouth again. Our final monster, the one that makes all the others look like a Sesame Street episode, the language zombies from Pontypool. You may not know about this movie, but you're gonna wish you don't after watching this. You know how your mom said words can't hurt? Well, these ones don't just hurt. They literally scramble your brain like an egg in a blender and turn you into a murder-happy zombie. Just don't talk. Bro, you can't even go 5 minutes without checking Twitter. The virus isn't just in talking, it's in understanding the English language itself. That's right. The language you're using right now to think this guy is stupid is exactly what's gonna turn your brain into zombie soup. Even your inner voice saying, bruh, isn't safe. Try not thinking in English. Go ahead. I'll wait. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's break down why this is peak we're all screwed. You can't run from it. You can't fight it. You can't even think about fighting it without risking infection. It's like having a virus that spreads through understanding itself. The moment certain words click in your head, boom, you're done. It's basically Duolingo's evil twin, except instead of passive aggressive
certain words
notifications,
you can't say or something?
death. Sure, you might think, I'll just learn another language. Right, because you've been so successful with those 3 years in high school Spanish. Most of us still point at menu items like cavemen, and now you're gonna become fluent in Korean overnight? Good luck with that speed run while English is trying to dominate your brain. A real nightmare, you can't even warn anybody. Every attempt to explain the danger just spreads it faster. Imagine trying to tell someone their shoelaces are untied, but saying shoelaces makes their feet explode. That's the level of messed up we're dealing with. Even this video would be lethal in that world. I'm sorry, I guess. But here's the kicker. You never know which words are infected. Having a nice chat about the weather. Congrats, you're patient zero. Trying to order at McDonald's? Well, the ice cream machine isn't the only thing that's broken anymore. Now it's your brain too. It's like playing Wordle, where every wrong guess turns you into a zombie. And that's why out of all of these monsters, the language zombies are the most terrifying. Because right now, as you're watching this, you're using the very thing that could kill you. Sleep tight tonight. If you survived this video without developing
I might, that one got me.
Remember what like
I was lying and said I can learn new language, but I can't.
Videos that'll ruin perfectly normal things for you forever. But
I say out of everything, I'm only dying 3 times. Only 3 times. That's about it. It's like coming. It should have been. I ain't gonna lie. You nigga trying to blow up on some shit.